Hey, it's been a while since I've done a Facebook Live video, and I usually do Facebook Live videos when I feel I want to share something that I see coming back and back and back over and over when I'm doing meetings, sales meetings with customers, or what I see in our coaching Q&A sessions. And yeah, why am I in a bikini? I live in Bali now, so bikini's kind of full on here. Also, it's Saturday. I try not to work weekends, but what happens is often if I've been working a whole week, that in the weekend I get so inspired and I'm like, I didn't explain this well, or I didn't feel like I really got to the point of explaining something. And then when I see that come back a couple of times, I take my weekends and I think, how can I better explain this? And then I really like Facebook because you guys like just all my friends, and it's like my play zone before putting it out there on the big LinkedIn. LinkedIn is like the platform where I connect with people and I find out what their needs are, and we very often start doing business together. So I guess my main 4 lessons this week, because everyone has similar approaches, beliefs, experiences. The first, rotate your phone. First lesson is, get a tripod. But yeah, so I'm gonna hold it. But the first thing I see over and over and over, and especially here in like this for me is like the center of health, of well-being, of practices of teachers with amazing knowledge. And what I see over and over and over is that people learn amazing methods or start creating their own methods, which I totally love. I do the same myself. Like I do trainings and then I combine whatever I learned that I feel intuitively works for me. But what I see is that there's this thing and people just keep doing methods and methods and methods, but often there's a deeper driver of wanting to be seen, and seen is actually, if you're seen, you can make this your work, your job. Every day people tell you, hey, I want to work with you. So I really enjoy and welcome everyone for watching. This Facebook Live is about my 4 key lessons. I don't know if it's gonna be 4. I think it's gonna be 4 key lessons that I learned this week in connecting with people who want to work in well-being and in corporates, whether it's sports, movement, getting cities to sport together, whether it's nutrition, whether it's working on mindset. I'm a bit like in between the coaches and the companies, training the coaches to go to the companies. So what I was saying is the first point that I see often happening is that people develop like these really good methods and they get success to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 clients. But it takes a lot of work getting in the clients one by one. So they're like, yeah, this method is ready to go to a company or an organization or a large group of people. But what companies really need and want, and I'm still trying to find a really good metaphor, but the one I use in my courses is like a helicopter. Like I admire people who make helicopters, like the details and the points, and it works, it goes up and down. It's perfect. The method is perfect. But people are like, why should I fly a helicopter? What do I do with a helicopter? Often the why is forgotten, and especially when it comes to companies where CEOs, HR get like 10, 20, even up to 100 people coming. Hey, I have a nutrition program, I have this program, I have this program. They actually want to work with all the programs, so they bring it all in, but not everyone participates because the why is missing. Why should I join a nutrition program if my calendar is fully booked with meetings and I don't have time to breathe, and I want to come home and kiss my wife or husband and I don't really have the time, and then I have to focus on nutrition? Why? So what my true passion and mission and purpose is a big word, but what drives me, gives me energy, is that I strongly recommend from the startup world what I've learned and implemented, and it's really scary in the beginning, but you get used to it, is whatever you taught, if you do any teacher training, if you have any skills and you feel I know a little bit more than someone else, start practicing step by step, start asking money for it, see if customers are willing, because if people pay money for a service, it means you're solving a true need. So my thing and where I want to contribute is giving people so much more and more chances, and I do this in a couple of ways. I invest my time in it, but we also have our programs. But bring it to the market ASAP. Like, and bringing it to the market means get paid, because this is how our system works. Value is shown in money, and money, what is it? €1, €10, 1,000, 10,000? What does that even mean? If you can bring value to a customer, they will pay. And that brings me to my second point. And it's like, someone asked me like, don't I need certifications, and don't I need this and this and this? And it's good to see yourself and to have tools to bring something to a company, but you don't need them. You need to believe in yourself that you can find a solution, because even with the best methods, you'll have to like intuit it. In a company with hundreds or thousands of people, you have to look at what do these people need, how do they believe. Maybe the word meditation, everyone just runs to the other side of the room, and then you can have the best meditation method, which is gonna work for them. They'll never do it. So you'll need to adapt and be flexible and listen what your words people use, and really use a bit of marketing in the company. So that's the second thing, and that's why I call this just be you. Even kids have amazing skills. We're all born with amazing skills like singing and dancing, and it's just putting ourselves out there. And it's really my belief to grow the well-being world, but making it accountable, making sure that everyone is paid correctly. Don't give your services for free. And I still jump into this because it's so nice to talk for hours and to exchange, but okay, what gives you energy? Because I see so many well-being coaches, and I've been so close myself, like burning out just because you can help everyone, right? Everyone needs well-being. So just split it. What do you need in your personal life? What is holding space? What does it mean for you? And how in your professional life can you hold that space, and what do you want in return? It's just not that hour where you're listening to someone, it's the process before and between. There's this thing, there's energy fields, every customer you work with, and that's my third thing. Don't be afraid to say no. It's always a two-way. So I always saw many of the people I work with, when a company wants to work with them, I was like, oh, I have to adapt and they want this and this. No, you're doing this on your terms too. It needs to be a relationship, two sides. You have a way of working, they have a way of working, and both need to be respected. And customers are really important when they are customers. Before they become customers, you need to say, this is how I work, this is how they work. And if it doesn't match, someone else will give a solution to them. And so yeah, I was in the beginning when I was an entrepreneur, very like, I was saying a lot of no's, even though I didn't think I was saying them, but my energy was like, yeah, and it feels like rejection, right? But often you're rejecting yourself because you feel like result-based work means I need to get a result. If I'm going to tell this company 300 people I'm going to help them eat healthier, I need to be able to do it. So it's a big energy thing. So you need to trust that you're going to be in it together, that the customer is not just going to say, come in, do the workshop and get me the results on a paper. No, you're doing it together. You're communicating together, learning to know each other. It's dating, it's relationships, it's commitment. So yeah, I promised 4 points. So the first one was, the second one was, you don't need, certifications are awesome. I also started looking for teachers I really admire who bring me things I didn't have. But once I've learned, I bring it into reality, into a company and a service in my own programs. And that's where you will feel seen and heard, and that brings good energies. There's aunts here. Yeah, just show up and get results and really listen to your customers' needs. And I still make a lot of mistakes like every day where I'm like, I didn't hear the customer's need, because often, yeah, it's blurry communication. So often it's like, oh, I promised this and the customer promised this. If you have customers, apologize, spend money, invest. If there's any confusion, keep the customer for the long term by just showing up and being vulnerable, like, yeah, maybe I made a mistake, I want to keep you here. And yeah, I guess the fourth thing I learned this week is, I have a background in marketing. I was always in marketing, but marketing for me really is automating. So marketing is, imagine in a conversation you have a lot of chances. You can read someone. You can say, hey, I think I can help you. But dear CEO, I think I can help you. There's 10% burnouts in your company. Usually it's $8.75, and you look, is it really €8.75 per day it's costing? And you just look in the CEO and you see, oh, you don't have burnouts? Okay, these are the general numbers. So what you do in marketing is you're actually already saying, yeah, there's 10% burnouts or this number. It's really, really hard to personalize marketing. It's an art. It's by having heard thousands of customers on the phone, because you can have these general things, but it doesn't work for everyone. And in a conversation, you just read and you say something, you put yourself out there like, look, I can help you in 30 to 60 days. And then you see like, they're like, oh, you're doubting? You think it's not enough days? You think it's too much days? And stay a student. They might have done a lot of things you don't know about. So these are the 4 things I really learned this week, and I've shared it so many times to so many people that I wanted to just shoot a movie and then I can give this movie, because then in the conversation these blocks are gone and we can go deeper and really get to the juicy stuff of getting those sales deals, like putting yourself out there tomorrow, having a customer for like huge projects, and that are saying, I believe in you, you believe in them, and you work together. And it's the best feeling in the world when people trust you to work with them, and the other way around. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, I didn't find my good metaphor yet, but if you have ideas, welcome. And have an amazing weekend or evening or wherever you are in the world. And yeah, come join me on my digital nomad travels. What supports me in my personal life is people who travel together, who live together, who play together. Bye. Okay. And yeah, so I've been traveling the world, and I really love it here in Bali, just because there's such a condensed gathering of all people willing to be in well-being and bringing this to cities and companies. I also like being in cities where there's the opposite needs, where a lot of people are working in companies and want more well-being knowledge. And I love Portugal just because there's so much nature and freedom. So those are a bit where I'm traveling to. And yeah, let me know where you are and what your dreams are. And if you want to book a session, if you want like working in corporates and combining it with wellness, well-being, but you're not sure, do I need to do some teacher trainings first? Do I have enough knowledge already? What will a company ask me? How will it look like when I start? What is a program? What does it look like? Maybe you're an entrepreneur already. Maybe you're like, how does it work with insurance? Or like, what if someone gets hurt when I do something? What if I don't get the results? So I can answer all these questions. I'm open to do that. I get a lot of applications, and we have 3 people in our team who are also receiving a lot of people. But what I like, and I'm starting to implement, is we have this survey where you can just fill in where you are very honestly, and that will help our 15-minute session and then the next session to go a lot quicker. So we're building this tribe worldwide, and we have about 13, 14 people, like really leaders, who are bringing this in companies and cities all over the world. And they actually reach up to 60,000 people, just one person. So my actual goal and mission is to find people who want to be this leader in community building, in reading the needs. You don't have to be an expert in any depth or meditation or nutrition, but you need to step up and listen to people and be the connector between well-being and the business, because it needs to be related, but we're 80% of the time at work, and it's kind of fun. So yeah, if you're interested in doing this, connect with me, and then we'll do a 15-minute chat. We have 3 programs for people who are in companies, who want to go to companies, who want to get a sales deal. So we usually screen if one of the programs is a match, because then we can really help. It's a lot more than in 15 minutes. But we do the 15 minutes just to see how much we can already give you in 15 minutes. And then it's your choice. If you want to speed up and if you want to get all our knowledge, we can bring it. Because that's the way I chose to do it. And I'm really happy that all our customers, and this week was a big one for me, because I'm usually doing the coaching sessions. Other people are doing it now, which is good. I have my strengths, I have my weaknesses. And yeah, I'm really, really excited to attract people all over the world with all kinds of passions of creating healthy culture, cities and companies, community vibes. It's a really good feeling. For example, this week three coaches took over my 3 programs, and then I asked the customers, like in Airbnb, like how was the coach, and the other way around, and it creates such a connection. I feel like I'm a dating agency sometimes, and it's actually cool because you don't always get to that stuff when you're in a company with colleagues, so you never really know like how the customers really appreciate you. So I really want to play this role of giving feedback, and so yeah, it was a very interesting week. So thank you so much. These were things I learned. Maybe I'll do this more in the weekends. Now I'm gonna hit up for breakfast, surfing, take weekend time. So I would love to hear from you, or see your Facebook lives, or whatever you're working on that's giving you a lot of energy. And talk to you soon. Bye bye.